If you clicked into this video, that means that you are a beauty lover. You maybe have this big dream of one day being in Sephora or Ulta or BoxyCharm. You maybe have this big dream of like one day somebody is going to get married and they're going to be wearing my eyeshadow palette. Or someday, this group of people are going to love the things that I create. Or maybe you're looking for money, you're just interested in just the money. Whatever it is for you, you probably have that dream and that's why you're here. Been doing this for now 5 years, and there's so many things that I've been learning the hard way because I didn't know them. That's why I'm learning, right? Right. And I thought, why not share what I've learned with others who are maybe on the same path or wanting to get into it, or if you maybe just want to, be like a voyeur and just know the tea and the cheese, man, you just want to, see what's up. You're welcome to keep watching. Never in a million years did I think that I would start a beauty brand, much less make videos and put my face out there and be the own face of my own beauty brand. Yet here I am. If you don't know me, my name is Sergio Agustin. I am the owner and CEO of a brand called Chula Beauty. I'll put up some clips and maybe some pictures just so you can quickly see what we're about. We started kind of in the middle of the pandemic, or at least launched, because we started the process way back in like December 2019. It started with me and my sister, and it was really just a continuation of things that we had been working on previously. Me and my sister, we've always collaborated and just been creative, like siblings, just doing stuff. And like the last thing we did, I believe, was we worked on her quinceañera, making that a reality, and that was really fun. And with my background in event planning, and I was also in college for advertising and public relations, so it was just kind of like, I feel like the perfect storm was brewing. And now that I remember, I'm like, I don't know if I ever even like said it, but I'm gonna try to find the photos. My sister and I and her friend Carmen, our friend Carmen, we did a photo shoot. It was inspired by the Hola Chula collection, which was a collaboration between ColourPop and Becky G. So I remember I took like product photos and I was just practicing. I'd never taken product photos. I remember I was practicing on like perfume bottles and like makeup that my mom or my sister had, and that collection that, if I remember correctly, I think I bought it for her and like for me to just photograph and for her to keep. I thought the photos turned out really good, really cool, and then we set up like a cute little like 90s Chola aesthetic photo shoot, which I'll try to put up here. And when everything was finished, I was like, wait, maybe we can do something like this. Me just being a creative and just someone who likes to start things and just run with them, I was like, dude, if we can somehow make this product, I know that I can shoot it, I can edit it. I was learning, how to upload things to Shopify. I was learning about e-commerce. I was learning about branding. Long story short, that's kind of how we got into it, and then we've been learning ever since. And then now, and it's been just me for a while now. The first hardest lesson I learned was, if you have no traffic coming to your website or coming to wherever you're selling from, and if no one ever knows about what you're selling or your brand, how are you ever going to make sales? I know that especially on TikTok, you really do see a lot of entrepreneurs saying, just start. You don't need to know everything, just start. On one note, kind of true. You'll get paralyzed if you're just stuck planning if you don't ever start. So I'll give that to them, but also if you have no plan or strategy, you're also kind of setting yourself up to just spin on your wheels and waste time and possibly money, when if you could have planned it out a little bit better, you could maybe have a better chance at success. Something that even I'm still doing, like I'm still struggling with, is having that awareness of your brand, especially in a place where like beauty that is very much full of other brands, full of other options. That's something that everyone has to deal with because we all are competing with each other. Lesson number 2, you need to get people to care, because it is not enough to just start the business, open your doors and say, I'm here, and then that's it. Why should someone care about purchasing from you than someone else, or the other guy, or the other girl, or the big retailers? Especially in the beauty space, and think about it, like you have products that you would need for your face, for your eyes, for your lips. There's only so much You know, every brand offers pretty much the same thing to an extent. Yes, there are differences in quality and the access they have to different things like finances or innovations. So, you know, there's a lot of nuance to it, but at the end of the day, we're all kind of still doing the same thing. We're manufacturing a product that will hopefully change you or help you transform yourself into whatever you may need help with. I feel like for me personally, that it has also been something I really had been struggling with, in the sense of, okay, well, why should anyone choose my brand over the other one? What is it that is special about mine? What do I offer? What is my unique selling point? In that point, you have to reiterate again, and again, and again, and that's just going to help you differentiate yourself from everyone else. I've just taken a step back and really have been reevaluating everything and restructuring and just figuring out what I even want to do, what even makes sense, what can I do differently in the market. Definitely finding out what your promise is, your brand promise and your product promise is to people. I feel like that's very important, that you really need to figure out before doing anything else. Lesson number 3. No matter whether you're starting a beauty brand or just honestly, this pertains to if you're starting anything from scratch yourself, do not expect your friends or family to support you or even understand what you're trying to do, because they will not get it and you will not get that support, and you will just bang your head against the wall asking why. You'll quickly learn that that's not worth it. And that probably sounds very kind of scary or negative, but no, I mean it in a good way, as in, yes, if your family loves you and supports you, they're gonna, cheer you on and they're gonna support you in the beginning, but you can't expect to make a business out of just selling to them. If you have that mentality going in, you're setting yourself up to lose. You're creating a business to cater to other people and to multiply that and to generate all these sales. That is the goal. So if you're seeking to get validation from your family, a big no-no, because you're gonna waste your time. And what's the point of doing that? You really have to let go of that idea of wanting their validation or wanting them to get it or wanting them to support. And you really just need to let that go, because you'll see that oftentimes whatever you're doing, whatever career path you're doing, or a beauty business or whatever you're doing, it's not going to resonate with every single body, so you really can't hold it against anyone. What I've learned is that whenever you choose to just go for a dream that not everyone is going to get, that not everyone is doing, you're going to immediately see that strangers who have never met you, who are maybe seeing you for the first time, seeing your work or seeing your product, the right people, they're going to see it and they're going to get it. They're going to show up. They're going to show the support. They're going to show love. Those are your people. You need to let go of that attachment to wanting to be validated by them, because it's not going to happen and it's not a bad thing. That's just reality. If you're looking for validation from other people, especially people or loved ones, you need to know that that's never going to happen, and you need to let it go, and that's going to help you move forward and reach your goals. Lesson number 4 is that this path is very lonely. You're on your own, and that first realization is kind of scary, but once you accept that, then you'll realize that you don't have to be on your little island. You can venture off and connect with other people. You can ask for help. You can network, and you can help each other progress. You can help others behind you. Even though you're on your own, you don't have to do it on your own. I've learned that not only is it really important to build community with your customers, the people you're trying to serve, but also build community with people in your industry. Social media has not only helped me start the business, continue the business, but it's also helped me network with a bunch of other amazing creators, amazing founders, amazing Latina founders, which to this day have been nothing but amazing, and I've been so blessed to know them. And I've helped a lot of people as well, giving them the connections or giving them this is where I got this is how I did that. I'm very much, yes, I'll help you, but you'll see that there are some people that just, when you see someone that's really hustling, really going for it, and they connect with you and stuff, that makes me so happy for them, and I'm yes, how can I help you? But then there are some people who are like, this happened to me when I was like, especially at the flea market. They were asking me very specific things, and I was just like, wait, it's kind of like a little like, I don't want to tell you about vendors and stuff like that. It just felt a little off-putting. And then I realized, at least from one person, they were literally like asking me all these questions to then go ahead and tell this other guy that was also doing the same thing as me at that market. And I was like, oh, okay. And then all of a sudden, he started to promote the same prices that I had, when I know beforehand he didn't have pricing out, like displayed. Funny and shady as you know what I mean? Like those people, I'm like, I don't know about that. But I have no problem with, if someone were doing the same thing, but if we're cool, we can, learn from each other. I would, of course, let you know all these things. To me, that makes sense. And other people have helped me like that. So it's really just like a beautiful thing just to know that you're not alone. Like, yes, this is your career, this is your path, this is your thing, this is yours. And only you are responsible for how well or how bad it does. But you can rely on others. And that's what I feel like is a very good silver lining that I didn't know when I started. I think that for me, more than anything, starting this brand really taught me a lot about finding myself, rediscovering what I really want out of life. So many different blessings have came out of this journey so far. I know that at the end of the day, like, I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, and I'm going exactly where I need to be going. All of these hard lessons have really changed the way I see things, and things just keep changing, and I keep learning new things. I know not to dwell too much in the bad parts or to sit too much there, because I used to do that a lot. I struggle with that a lot, especially because, for example, in my business, things just weren't going the way I wanted them to go. Not that they are right now, but I'm in a very much different headspace where I'm like, you know what, we're gonna take a step back, we're gonna pause, think about what we want. And I'm just like, I'm like, wow, you were doing this for 5 years. And this is me comparing myself to other people, which is like, do not do that. But I thought, well, people in 5 years have been able to go from, even in less years, I've been able to go from employees and these money goals and these revenue goals and all these things. And I'm like, what do I have to show for it? But that's not really a productive thought process. It gets me nowhere, and it just kind of gets you into that negative spiral where you kind of just start going down and down, and it doesn't get any better. I've learned to stop doing that. And I wish you could say it's going way much better, right? Don't we all? But I am content with the fact that I'm exactly where I need to be,